that was it. And I'm glad it's January.
I'm with you because I probably since I've been an adult, I really hate, and I have kids. I've got two generations. Right. I got 4 kids, 2 adult and 2 that are small now, and but I hate it. It's like so depressing, and so I'm so glad it's January because first of all, I no longer want to kill myself.
Nice,
and,
nice.
I mean, I still want to die, but just some
other way.
Yeah, just other ways. Hopefully, it's quick,
right?
But not by my own hands.
Sure,
I don't want to do that. But this Christmas was all right. I got some cool stuff. I got I got a turd polisher.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I enjoy the holidays, so I always look forward to Christmas. My brother, I think, he does enjoy them, but he's more concerned about the people that don't enjoy it. So he's depressed about the other people who are depressed.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Those who have...
Yeah, he thinks about those that don't have anywhere to go, or, And somehow I'm able to cut off my thoughts about those people and have a happy Christmas. But,
well, I just look forward to an excuse to be on a 6-week bender.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like these calories don't count because they're holiday cheer.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
I realized that I have developed the ability to be hungry for a little bit, and then over the holidays I was never hungry. It was just a continual shoveling of food into my mouth.
Right. Yeah, just ham and chocolate and
change your
booze
metabolism,
But no pussy. But ham and chocolate and booze.
Yeah. And the pussy just goes straight to your thighs.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
Yeah. You don't need that.
From her thighs to yours.
Yeah.
That's the new De Beers.
You do eat too much. I think that's almost automatic.
Yeah.
That you always eat too much, whether you want to or not.
But Jim Coughlin's so thin. He's wasting away. I'm just saying a girl likes something to hold on to, Jim.
No, all right. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Ed. So, all right. So we were going to do the year in review.
Well, yeah, I was thinking
about Ferguson a little bit.
a
little bit about Ferguson.
I mean, we could do that. Like maybe like your high point of the year, or low point, good news, bad news, maybe. I don't know who wants to start. If you want to start, or...
Ed, why don't you start?
High points and low points.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll start with the low point. I don't even know if this is a low point. This was just definitely a weird thing that happened. In February, I got a call from my sister, and she said, "I have news for you. I don't know how you're going to take it because I have mixed feelings about it myself." And I said, "What is it?" And she goes, "Dad died last June."
What?
Exactly.
No.
Backstory is
so you guys are close. It's like very close.
The short version of the story is my dad was not a good dude. He was a violent drunk, and they got divorced in '88. So, the best thing that he could have done for us was just not be in the picture. So it was one of those things where, like, I'd always thought about, like, I knew our paths would cross at some point, or this, and then I was just like, I thought about it, and I was just like, well, he wasn't around, so I feel nothing. The only thing that weirded me out was just that I wasn't moved in any way. Yeah. But my sister, she hated him. In fact, just the mere mention of his name, she goes into a tizzy.
Oh.
So I was like, hey, you said you have mixed feelings. What are your mixed feelings about it? She's like, well, I hope he suffered. That son of a bitch. What he did to us, what he did to Mom. I was like, you don't have mixed feelings. You just have that one feeling, and you're really into it.
Yeah, it's nothing mixed about that.
Well, you probably feel guilty that you feel that way, but you still feel that way.
No, she didn't feel guilty. No,
okay.
No, if she knew where his grave was, she would have gone and tap danced on it. But
I have somebody like that my first stepdad he was not the best person in the world, but I hope that someday I get a chance to go back and hopefully I have gonorrhea and I can piss on his grave. That's what I'm hoping.
You could just pay like someone that's been around the block to go
to do that,
so that way you don't have to get the gonorrhea.
You know what? That's kind of a nice
connection.
You know what? There's findagrave.com is a website. No, it's a true website, and you can find, if you want to, what's so-and-so's gravesite look like, and there might be a photograph. We could add a feature on there, piss on a grave.
Yeah.
And then you could, you could piss on the guy's grave in San Diego of somebody that died, and while you're there, and
and then in exchange.
Yeah. I remember
We show up with linoleum.
This guy's a problem solver.
Yeah,
over here.
I think there's an opportunity there for some economic transfer there.
If you need a solution for pissing on things, Jim is your
I'm
guy.
here to help.
Yeah.
I'm here to help. Now, or maybe that you could mail your piss to them, and then they could deliver it gravesite. But I remember spending the weekend at a juggling festival, as I tend to do, and it happened to be the weekend that Nixon died. So he must have died in April, I'm going to say. I'm not sure, and one of the guys, older guy, had actually spent a couple years in jail for burning his draft card and not reporting. And he had vowed to piss on Nixon's grave. I'd like to know if he ever did it.
Oh, yeah, that would be a little tricky. That was a sad day when Nixon died for, I guess, just about nobody.
Yeah,
probably. I don't know.
For those that felt that the Vietnam War didn't go on long enough, maybe,
Bob Dole sobbed openly at giving Nixon's eulogy. If you ever seen that. I remember I said, even Nixon's mother wouldn't be crying this much.
If he had said John Boehner, you'd be like, well, he cries anytime.
Yeah,
anyway,
sure.
but
He cries because it's Friday.
Yeah.
Bob Dole. I missed that. I did.
Have you ever seen it? I don't know if it's on YouTube I remember at the time it was 1994. I remember.
Was Dole in Nixon's administration?
No, I don't think so. But Nixon had championed him as a young politician. He had helped him out or something like that.
By the way, I like the fact that between the two of us, you are correct. 94 and April, it was the month. Yeah. April 22nd. Crying over that. It just shows you that it doesn't matter how horrible a person is. There's always somebody championing that person.
Somebody crying over them.
I've been, thinking
it's pretty fucked up.
Well, it's the people that cry the most. It's more for show, or they had. It's more like whatever their regret or whatever.
Yeah.
It's either they're trying to show that they're a good person, or
they know they're on camera,
or it's fear of death.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. It's like,
people
that could be
grieving
me.
for their own.
That could be me.
Oh, yeah.
Just mortality in
Yeah.
general. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I, on the other hand, as I told Steve coming up here, I was with a friend and I said, 10,000 days. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, well, I sort of did the math, and based on the average lifespan of a male, I have exactly 10,000 days left to live. He's like, why would you even try to figure that? I'm like, I don't know, it's just crunching the numbers. I had some time to kill. And
that's some morbid shit, Randy.
You could have thought about boobs, butts.
9,997 days.
Now, did you take into account the fact that you are alive at the age you're at? Did you plug that in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I try to eat fairly healthy. Plus, I did a shitload of coke and acid when I was in the Marine Corps, and I have I have a hole in my brain. So I'm hoping some of those things kind of average out.
Now,
but probably the best case would be 10,000 days.
Now, is that based on what age are you expecting to die at?
85.
85. And what's the normal life expectancy of a newborn these days?
I don't know.
84? 82? Yeah.
I should know because I have a 3-month-old grandson.
Yeah. So you're like, it would be even more morbid, calculate how old he'll be when his grandfather dies.
Yeah. No, I've run, I could show you the spreadsheet, but I've run all those numbers too. Yeah.
Nice.
How old Jack's going to be.
Well, you look at it this way. Let's say just off of that, 10,000 days, right? So if you dedicate it, there's theories about how you can become an expert, but it requires 10,000 hours of practice.
Yeah.
You could pick anything, and you have time if you spend 1 hour a day to die, on your last day in something, whatever it is. Playing the violin, I don't know. Being an expert in speaking Latin, I don't know.
That's Jim Coughlin, my life coach.
Yeah,
everybody.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Fire him.
You know what? Then the news can be like 85-year-old violinist dies, having finally been making it into an orchestra.
87-year-old Kama Sutra expert.
Yes. Yep. There you go.
Well,
that'll make
if it gives you any idea, whenever I in the news I hear about a suicide, I'm like, fuck, that lucky fucking bastard. I wish I had the balls. That's all.
Right. Right.
And every time, like, there's something in the news, like the murder-suicide, like the guy flips out, kills his wife and kids, and then he kills himself. Because, my wife knows me, and she's like, you would, like, never do anything like that, right? And I'm like, fucking no way. I said, there's no way I would ever kill myself. Like,
Right.
yeah. I got 9,997 days.
Yeah, I'm going to
I
spend
would
them.
not do that.
Yeah.
But you stay on your toes. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I
I think we ended. That was your low point.
Oh yeah, that's the high
That
point.
was your high point.
That was your high point.
High point.
Oh, the high point was your.
The day he
Got it.
found out his
I'm
dad
with
had
you
died.
now.
No.
Yeah.
Last year was
It was like a neutral
was pretty
point.
good. Yeah. It was. I mean, it was just weird.
Yeah.
And because it's still like, it's still my dad. So I should feel something. But
Yeah.
but all right. High point. I don't know. There was a bunch of cool stuff. I was in the Savage Henry Comedy Festival in Humboldt. My movie that is coming out April 1st.
Name of this movie?
The Many Lives of Jovan Cornejo.
Say that slower.
The Many Lives of Jovan Cornejo. I played
All right.
Jovan Cornejo.
Oh,
You
nice.
write and direct also? Or
No. I'm just the title character. But
I'm just the title character.
Yeah.
I like that. Sounds good.
Nice.
Yeah, it was in like 5 festivals this year.
Sweet.
It was in
Wow. Nice.
San
Congrats.
Francisco. Thank you. San Francisco, Atlanta, Vancouver, Erie, Pennsylvania, and Breckenridge, Colorado. And yeah, it's a fun cast. It's me, Steve Agee from the Sarah Silverman program, Josh Fadem from 30 Rock, Randall Park from The Interview, and Mike McCafferty, who was in Idiocracy. So
All these
Nice.
people who get
Great
to be in a movie
cast.
with Ed Galvez.
Wow,
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Sweet.
so yeah, that was fun. I feel like there was other. high
Did you do
points.
the circuit with all the festivals and?
I did a few of the festivals. Like I didn't have the resources for all of them.
Those are fun. Those can be very fun. Yeah. Film festivals. Fun time.
Yeah, that's a definite high point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's,
Sweet. I
go
get
get
it.
hammered into those cities and be like, "This is not working."
Sweet. All right. I got
Is it
nothing.
mine?
You got
My
nothing?
turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have nothing?
Yeah.
Nothing happened?
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I
This, right?
Wait,
Left of wrong.
did you
Started this
Did you start drinking in
this year.
2014?
I did start drinking in 2014.
That's a high point, I think.
It's pretty slow. A lot of people worried about me.
You started drinking?
Yeah,
in
I started
2014?
drinking.
You had never
When-
drunk before?
Yeah, when I was 13, I told my brother, who was 20 and had already named his dog Michelob, that I'm never going to drink.
Good name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm never going to drink. And he said, yeah, right. And so we bet $50.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can control the outcome of a bet, I'm going to win that bet. So I won
Why
that
would
bet.
you drink when
that was the worst $50 you've ever spent.
or earned. Yeah, you're right. So when I was 21, I'd already most of the way through college, of course, and so just kept on going.
Wow.
And I have to say,
Why did you even go to college?
Right, you're right. Well,
Why did you get up in the morning?
I know
We've
we've had David Robinson on this program. Dr. David Robinson.
David Robinson.
And he is basically, we both went to the same school, and he is basically the alternate life I could have had. And every time I see him, he's always like, hey, do you remember doing blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, no, I never did that. I went to class, and then I went home, and I went to sleep. And so you're right. You're right.
You know who else Jim went to school with? College.
Tom Johnson.
Tom
Oh,
Johnson.
that's right.
Tom Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, there's people that I didn't see or be in school with, but who were there before and after me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just Brad Pitt and John Hamm.
Really?
Yeah.
But you didn't see them.
No, well, Brad Pitt was 5 years older than me,
Uh-huh.
and John
He looks
Hamm.
it.
but
What?
5 times less handsome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
They drank.
yeah, they drank, and they did not get degrees in theater. I'd like to point out.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this stuff.
Yeah. Look how that worked out.
Yeah.
Losers. Look at those losers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What did they get
never,
degrees in?
never amount to anything. What?
What did they get the degrees in?
What do they get? What?
What did they get degrees in?
Well, Brad Pitt's still got 3 credits shy of his poli-sci degree, and John Hamm, I think, is in English. Was an English major.
But you still stay in touch. Go over, shoot hoops.
David Robinson knows Mr. Hamm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, that's it. So yeah, so basically this is an explanation.